So in the question that we have in front of us, we have three figures. Figure 1, Figure 2, and Figure 3 expand, and I'm trying to figure out the pattern so that I can continue it out and possibly get up to Figure 5. So they want me to create an expression that represents the total number of unit squares in each figure, and n represents the figure number. So n is the number of the figure that I'm up to. Well, let's look at how this expands. I start off with just one level. I've got 3 units squares inside. Then I go to a second level, but not all expand to a second level. 2 still remain outside. So the center expands, the 2 at the end still remain. The third seems to expand again from the center, the 2 on the outside still remain. So if I look back at my figure, I have 2 on the outside, 2 on the outside, 2 on the outside, and then the center seems to expand. It also goes up. So I know this was my center, and I have my 2 on the outside. Then my center expanded. I still had 2 on the outside. But instead of 1, I'm now 2. My center expanded again. I still have 2 on the outside. But now I'm 3. So my expansion goes from 1 to 2 to 3. Okay, so I know I should expand 1 each time. But I also go up 2. Well, I had my 1 level. The 2 on the outside stayed, but the 2 in the middle went up. So my height now is 2. Over here, my height was just 1. Over here, my height is now 3. So this is a 1 by 1. This is a 2 by 2. And this is a 3 by 3. All right, now I'm starting to see math in there. Yeah? Well, I know what 1 times 1 is, and 2 times 2 is, and 3 times 3 is. That sounds like I'm multiplying by myself. So the next one should be 4 times 4, right? Okay, well, we know when we multiply something by itself, that's a square, and I actually can see that. I see a 3 by 3. I see a square in here. That's a 3 by 3 square. This is a 2 by 2 square. And this is a 1 by 1 square. All right, and then I add 2 on the outsides. So this looks like this was 1 squared plus 2. And this was 2 squared plus 2. And this was 3 squared plus 2. All right, it's starting to make sense. So, depending on the figure, that's how many squares I've got, how many units I've got squared, plus 2. So the next one should be 4 squared plus 2. And the next one should be 5 squared plus 2. Right? And then 6 squared plus 2, and then 7 squared plus 2. It looks like I keep going up by a number of figures, squared plus 2. So if I didn't know the number of the figure, then I would just say whatever the number I'm up to, squared plus 2. That is my expression that represents the number of units where n is the number of the figure. So depending on whatever figure I'm up to, 3, 6, figure 100, it's going to be whatever that number is, figure 100 squared plus 2. There is my expression. Well, the rest of it is easy. How many squares will be in figure 5? Well, figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, figure 4, figure 5 is going to have 5 squared plus 2, which will be 25 plus 2, which is 27. There'll be 27 figures. 27 unit squares. 27 unit squares will be in figure 5 because it's 5 squared plus 2. Based on figures 1, 2, and 3, I can draw the pattern. Well, that's easy. I know I'm going to have something that looks like 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me draw 5 squares and 5 squares. Right? Well, I'm not the neatest artist, but I can make this work. Oh, that's too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. Not the neatest artist, but I can make it work. Oh, that's too many. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by 5. Plus 2. Is that right? Yes. 5 by 5 plus 2. And if I count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, plus 2, 27. There's my figure.